Hello and welcome to the November 19th Willamina Library Board meeting. Let's do this.
Lessons on their gavel thing. I still am really nervous when I get in that meeting. I kind of go in and then I'll just laugh.
Yeah, we should get together because it's a skill.
Not anymore, that's more fun, but.
I tell you, if you really want to be, dominate, use your shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Now that busted that idea.
Yeah,
The Spanish
saving
word
it,
for those.
saving it.
Maybe I'll bring a boot with me.
Okay, let's start with our attendance. Tyler Crook is here. Pola Napoleon,
Here.
Emily Sims,
Here.
Chris Dar,
Here.
Rebecca Rice,
Here.
Lainey Sowell.
Here.
Did I say your last name correctly?
Sowell.
Sowell, okay. Robin Onstock,
Here.
Mayor Vicky Hernandez.
Here.
Newly elected. Sarah Frost, Library Director.
Here.
Richard Guscott, Library Clerk.
Present.
That's everyone, 100%.
I'm so sorry, yeah.
Are there any changes or additions or questions about the agenda before we get going? No, piece of cake. And unless anyone has any objections, we'll just go ahead and approve the meeting minutes for October 15th, our last meeting.
They are at your table if you do need a moment to look at them. Couldn't get them out in the email in time, but it's okay, they're out, they're in front of you.
Who did that? Who took so long?
I'm here, I'm marking off on the old menu, agenda. I think that's the one I'm supposed to include it.
Oh, and the work session and the regular meeting are on the same one, I see.
Actually, reading the words. You know,
Let me use my shoes.
Especially if it's all wet.
heat seeking, yes.
Okay, I
Looks
think we'll
good to
just
me.
move along, like, if anyone sees anything, you can holler out, we'll take note of it. We don't have any special presentations for today, but we do have some fun reports coming up. Sarah Frost, do you want to give us the library report?
I can give you a library report. Apologies, also late for the October monthly reports, which I did email out this afternoon. And also the recap of the 23-24 annual report. Just some notes. The annual report runs from July 1 to June 30th and is due to the state library by October 31st. This isn't the full report. Some of you saw the full report last year. It's really, really big. So many pages.
Thank you for this abbreviated version.
Well, this is the really like highlightable. I don't know if that's a word or not. It sounds like it's a word. Stuff and the things that impact us the most in our day-to-day business that I wanted to get out. So you guys are always welcome to look at the full report if you wish. You just need to let me know and I will download it and send it off to you in PDF format.
And that's a public record, right?
Yes,
So
so.
anyone can request it.
And all the previous years are on the state library website, so you can go and all the public libraries in Oregon are on the page and you can look at all the information we submit. This year's data, it does take a few months because then they have to start going through it, looking for things that were maybe overlooked or missed or look incorrect. They do go through it with the finest comb, actually, because they also utilize those reports to ensure that we're meeting the minimum public library standards to be considered a public library in the state of Oregon as well. So it's a lot of information that goes into that document, which is why it's not due till the end of October, because we get through summer, which is crazy for all libraries, and then we take a few months and start collecting our data and running all of our reports. And it literally takes us that extra time to get the reports done. Any questions about the statistical report?
That's a lot of checkouts.
Yes, it was everything, for the most part, everything was up. I think some of the digital numbers were down. But they weren't, it wasn't much. I think during the COVID years, we saw a hike in digital checkouts. And we've started to see that come back down and in-use library material go well back up, especially here. Our youth numbers have continued to be on the rise for checkouts. And then and if you, like I said, if you have more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to walk you through the state report. We do it every year. The monthly October report, I'm like really quickly scanning it. I'm like, what did we do last month? We brought back some new, not new, but returning clubs this month. We brought back the Minecraft Club. Richie's back to doing his tabletop games once a month. I did post the part-time library clerk position and the grant-funded early literacy program coordinator. Library clerk has been closed and is now no longer open. And we have several applications to screen for that, and we'll be interviewing in mid-December. For the early literacy program coordinator, I've received one application and one inquiry today. But the library clerk is going to be our priority position to get filled. Richie is planning a youth murder mystery program in December. This Friday, I'm really excited to see. So the program had 10 spots available, and his 10 spots filled up quickly. There was no need to advertise. So it was our first official registration only program that successfully had registrations, interest, and Richie is offering them an Improv 101 class this Friday, since there's no school, where the rest of the kiddos can get their characters. And I'll be excited for Richie to report back on that in January to share with you all how that program goes. But it's brand new. We've never done one before, and it's kind of coming off of the heels of the LOL planned murder mystery, which I'm sure Kate Pola will be talking about here in a bit. Let's talk. I also did include my financials with all of your documents this evening, so you're always welcome to look through those and always ask questions. Building compliance update. Our emergency egress lighting is up above the doors. So if we lose power, those do not. And we had stuck electric out, and they also ran not part of the punch list, but hey, why not? Because we've needed it anyways, but they ran 2 additional lines back to our server room. So now we're finally juiced up enough back there that we don't have to be plugging a lot of stuff into a few amount of spaces. So, but it's really nice because they also installed a surge protector at the breaker box. Which will help us limit the number of power surges our building gets, so that we're not constantly rebooting up the computer network on a regular basis. Win-win. And then on Monday morning, Dallas Window will be out to change out the 3 necessary windows. And then after that, we'll be able to call for our first inspections. Questions about that?
None.
I have some sad news to report this evening. Carla has resigned effective immediately. So it will be Richie and I and Amanda, who is our on-call person, and she's actually been covering Fridays and Saturdays for us, and will through December. Until we decide what's gonna happen with the staffed position moving forward after we interview. That is my report.
Is Carla, okay, that's my yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, okay, that's all we need to know.
Then,
No.
Don't miss her.
She'll be a great loss to this library.
I hope that this is a good sign that we just will get to see her later. So it's a hard time, so.
Yeah.
it would be nice to come up with some sort of gift we could give her as just in gratitude for her time here.
Yes. I would.
Even if it's like a little goodie basket, like tea and crackers and cookie, you know, just
Yeah,
something that
just
she can
something.
take with her to her next adventure.
Well,
Goodies are always good.
Okay, we can move on to the library board member reports. Me, as the library chair, I have, the only thing I have to report is that the library board is awesome. Okay, Paula, you wanna tell us about how awesome LOL is?
Yes, we are amazingly awesome. We just had a fundraising committee this last weekend, so I have a lot to update you on. First of all, we have our original givers swag bags available, so for those original givers. Who have not picked them up, they are here, so please come pick them up. And we're officially full, 30 original givers. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to think. Yes, Bridget was our last one, right? Yes,
Bridget, yeah.
yes, Bridget was our last member. The bike racks that LOL funded are officially installed.
They look really nice,
Yeah.
yeah. I think they're gonna get a lot of use, especially come summer.
Yes, definitely. And there are also bike locks available. So kids can come in, or anyone can come inside to lock up their bike as well.
How about you just check it out?
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
yeah. Bottle drop give is happening right now, so if you have blue bags at home, please get them to Dallas Safeway or McMinnville Redemption Center. We have more bags available if you would like to take one home. The match program is through the 3rd of December. You can also donate from your green bag account to Love Our Library,
Really?
and they will also match those funds during this event.
You just go into the store and you ask the kiosk to do that?
I think you can do it at the kiosk or online if you have your details, and there are ways to donate money there, and you just type in the nonprofit name, Love Our Library. Did you have a question, Richie?
No, that's
Oh.
great. We like that. We do that ourselves, so it's a good way to be able to just put money.
Yeah, I've
towards,
never logged in, I just go in there, drop off my bags.
Mhm, right.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I go check the account, like, I've got some money in there.
It's a nice savings account.
Yeah,
The guy in there was telling me, because that's my Christmas money. I just do it all year, throw it in, and then that's my Christmas shopping money.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah. And currently our bottle drop account is at $439.18. LOL saw new October revenue of $710.99, with 435 of that dedicated to the pantry alone. So that's really great. We're keeping this pantry well stocked with all these donations, and Marianne's doing a great job restocking weekly. And currently, we are well on our way, folks. We are over $19,000 with our balance in our account. So what do we want to do?
Can you get a new library for $19,000?
Yeah, let's
this is
see.
where we get one of those 90s movies where everybody rallies the town, right? Like,
Yeah.
we need a dog that can like, it's like, can shoot like basketballs.
Yes.
Or a city councilor.
Or a city councilor. Oh my gosh.
I just heard a fundraiser, so,
Like, can you see like the just the opening to that? Like, it's like we thought he was running to save our town, but he was running to change our lives. I
Yeah.
don't know. Inspirational music.
Wow, should have won the boots.
and, with Rebecca's hard work and dedication, we have new bookmarks out that you can write book reviews on, and they'll be posted throughout the stacks or up here. It looks like on the circulation desk if that book is not available here at this library.
We've got fancy little things we're sticking them in. Say, read, review, repeat.
Nice. LOL will be sponsoring a needle felting event on December 7th. Ask Rebecca for more information if you are interested.
Yes, it's gonna be fun, 12 to 3 on a Saturday.
And the murder mystery is going well and strong, and we have lots of stuff we're gathering and communicating about, and I just got all the Google Forms out to you all, so there's 4 updated forms for you, so we can keep in communication. We will be meeting again December 7th at 3 p.m. And the tickets, we will only have 40 available. It'll be $40 per person, and they will be available very soon online and through appointment only with Sarah.
Okay. I know where I bring them.
That's,
And I think that's all I have for you.
that's nothing. That's
I
nothing.
know, right?
Actually, I should take that back. I was cracking a joke. But that was-
For those watching the video.
For those of you at home. Robin, is there anything to report from your end of town?
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry I'm not there, but it is so stormy out here. I did not want to leave Grand Ron tonight. So in the library, I've been working on my nonfiction section. I got the Native American section done, the Spanish, and so we've been making groups because the kids really love different things. So they like to draw. So I made a how to draw section, a look and find section, a riddles and jokes section. So now they can go and find their own books at any time because they're all labeled and pictured and stuff. But the biggest thing is we weren't able to have a book fair in September because they wanted to do it the second week of school. So we are going to have one December 9th through the 13th, right before Christmas. So hopefully people will come up, and we won't have a nighttime one, which is what we usually make all the money for that we can give to the PTSO, but we'll try our best to make as much as we can.
And is that a Scholastic book fair or who do you use? for
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it's Scholastic.
Nice.
Yeah, we usually have 3 a year, and you have to have 2 regular ones to have a BOGO in May. They took the second BOGO away, so, and we usually the funds that we raise from that we give to the PTSO for Last Blast Day to buy the blow ups for the kids to play on,
What is PTSO?
and we also
Including
PTSO
myself?
at school,
What does it stand for?
Parent Teacher Student Organization. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yep.
Was that a test? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so we're looking forward to having a book fair, and the kids are going to enjoy it. So that's what my goal is for next month, to get that through before Christmas.
Awesome, thank you so much.
What are the hours of the book fair? Just during school hours?
So it's during school hours, yes, but it can go till 3:30, even though elementary is gone by 2:30. And because we're having it at a different time, we won't have a nighttime one. So that's a bummer.
So like 9 a.m. to 3:30, something like that?
Yeah, well, we start at 8, but probably from 8:30 to, the kids start at 8:30. So 8:30 to 3:30, we'll keep it open.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank
Are
you.
Are there any other presentations that anyone has prepared?
I have just real quick info to share, and it made me think of it because you were talking December 7th. December 7th is also the Willamina Light Parade. So the big Christmas parade starts at 6 p.m. So just keep that in mind. The route is different this year. Usually it starts at the high school and ends down at the city shops. This year it's starting at the city shops and ending at the fire station. And then at the fire station, we will have the high school and middle school band will be playing. We'll have the tree lighting. Santa will be there. I think they'll have cookies and apple cider or something. So it'll be kind of a nice little event down at the fire station. The band and stuff will be playing. We'll have the bays open and the trucks pulled out so we can be undercover for the event.
Oh,
So,
nice.
and until recently, we didn't think we were gonna get to have allow anyone to throw candy. That was a big issue because a lot of the insurance companies won't insure you if you throw candy anymore. But we found, the chamber, I should say, found an insurance company that will still insure us, so we still get to throw candy. And the theme for the whole city and for the parade is gingerbread. So, our city manager, and staff will be going around to the local businesses. I think they're delivering them like a gingerbread cookie and a little invite and saying, hey, inviting you to please decorate your businesses, outside, whatever, in a kind of a gingerbread theme. To kind of get everybody on board. And then down in the, what is the little corner park down here called? I can never remember, the one with Rusty in it. Sarah, what's that park
Oh, the
called?
one with the clock and.
Yeah.
Garden.
Yeah,
Garden park, the garden place, thank you, I can't. We're also gonna, City Hall's looking to decorate that as well, of course, do the gazebo as always, but also. Possibly building some structures like little gingerbread houses and some various things to kind of make it a little more festive, so. Yeah, that's what's going on for Christmas, but I wanted to tell you about the parade.
And that was 6 p.m.
Yes, on the
Okay.
7th.
Great, thank you.
Yes. Might be good to know for your meeting, you can get out before the roads get locked.
We're hoping for an hour only,
Yeah.
because we have folks with another meeting.
And then the light fair at 6.
Yeah. It's a busy day, Santa will be there, so yeah, it'll be fun.
Is Kim, reprising the role?
Whoever's done it before, there's a gentleman on Shaver with a big white beard, I don't know his name,
Kim,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
cause
if the shoe fits.
There's like 20 dudes in town that do that.
That, right, yes, right.
I'm getting there myself.
cause I was talking about,
Oh my gosh, like, cool, comic book artist Santa, yes.
I was thinking about being Mrs. Claus, so I could hang out with him, I thought that'd be fun, but I haven't decided whether to do that or just do dress up gingerbread and ride on float with the city. I don't know.
Well, we got time.
Yeah.
All right, continuing business. We have a photography and video recording policy. We have a couple policies that we're gonna try to vote on these tonight, right?
Yes, if we can, and if approved. This evening, I can take them to city council for approval in December. And with the photography and video recording policy, I also provided a draft of what a simpler notice would look like for our program and event photography recording, so that people aren't expected to read all that.
Yeah,
Oh, so you're saying this would be like made nice, make it pretty and hang it on the wall?
yeah, this would be our posted thing, which I think it looks lovely.
Mhm.
But do you use?
Canva,
So I made the copies and apparently I didn't put it on color. There's
oh, there's the color one.
Yeah, the color
The
looks lovely.
color version I apparently.
It's okay, we got to save on.
Okay.
We'll post the color one.
Okay.
So this is, and so you ran this by the lawyer, the changes that we wanted to make?
No.
No, okay. Do we need to do that, you think, or will that happen once it goes to the, no? We're above the law.
She already gave us some feedback.
Yeah, at this point, she wouldn't give us a yes or no, it would be, I've provided you feedback, that's
I
all,
told you.
that's all we would get
Yeah.
from her, so, and it's expensive, so I prefer to not. Attorneys aren't cheap.
Okay.
May I just point out, it just says library direct, did you want it to be direct forward?
Again, draft.
Yes.
Draft. It might be library direct to you.
That's good catch.
Sarah Frost, library direct.
Oh my gosh, that sounds, I was just gonna say, that sounds like a really cool, like, final boss name. Sarah Frost, the library direct. Oh crap, the library direct. How do we stop that? Yeah. You just lay down and die.
But so yes, I implemented all the attorney's feedback as well as the additional feedback, and I did go ahead and I know there was some conversation about all the verbiage. However, when looking at it, and you guys can decide, I realized that adding all the verbiage to the photography and video recording policy would also benefit the city of Willamina as well at events that they host as well. So I went ahead and just, it's full, and I know it looks like a lot, but it would be available for people to reference. But then I would be able to give that to the city for use as well, because specifically, dictates city of Willamina, which we're a department of as well. So like at the National Night Out event or the Christmas light stuff. Don't ask the Grinch, I don't think those things are cool. And all those other kinds of events as well. So.
Okay. Does everyone feel comfortable voting on this? Having reviewed it? Okay, do it.
I motion to approve the photography and video recording policy.
Then we will do hold on. We'll do a roll call vote. Tyler Crook, I vote aye. Capola,
Aye.
Emily,
Aye.
Chris,
Aye.
Rebecca,
Aye.
Lainey,
Aye.
and that's it.
And Robin.
And Robin, oh, Robin.
Aye.
Sorry, Robin. Then
Okay.
yes. The photography and video recording policy is accepted by the board. Then the next one on the list is our security camera policy. And this is the one that we did make some changes to, mostly just to say that random people couldn't move cameras around.
Any future changes to camera locations and positioning will be in accordance with this policy.
Yeah,
Right, that was the
That
goal.
was the one.
yeah, and to say that we would not do things to intentionally spy on someone's
Yes.
reading, viewing, listening activities. So is everyone comfortable voting on this one?
Yeah.
We just need our motion and second.
I motion to approve the security camera policy. Second.
All right, roll call vote. Tyler Crook, aye. Capola Napoleon,
Aye.
Emily Sims,
Aye.
Chris Starr,
Aye.
Rebecca Rice,
Aye.
Lainey Sowell,
Aye.
Robin Onstad.
Aye.
Again, unanimous. We're good at this.
Thanks. Now I'll take these to city council next.
All right, and then the collection development policy is still in progress.
Aye.
Is there any news on that or?
Nay.
Lots of them. Don't think we have any new business. Although I might go off script for 1 second and say, in the past, so everyone here is volunteering at the library right this very second. And we need to log these hours. And in the past, I've sent out a link that, I forgot who set it up initially.
Pam.
Yeah, it was Pam,
Mm-hmm.
who had an online Google form. And, it's hard to use. And I always forget to send out reminders for everyone to go and do it afterwards, and then no one looks at their email until days later. Anyway, I'm wondering if we should start just a fill out form that we have, that we keep, and just hand it around at the end of the thing, and everyone fills out their name and puts down their time. Is that,
Can I nominate you to do something in your additional tasks?
Oh, yeah, do you want me to do something like that? Yeah.
We could, since Richie manages the minutes for these meetings, the time in and time out. He has direct access to our Google volunteer form, and he could just go in and hard input each individual's hours into that form after a library board meeting. I just wouldn't after anything additional that any of you do outside of this meeting, but it would be really easy to say, oh, so-and-so, like, so-and-so was here, and then just, and then throw them into the spreadsheet. What do you think?
I can do that, yep, I've already added it into the minutes, so it is now a thing that I will add, so yeah. I'll just go ahead and log everybody's volunteer hours for our library board meetings, I'm not opposed to that.
Does anyone here know if the LOL meetings would be covered under the same thing?
I have been recording my own personal
Yeah.
time, but
Is
have
that
not been-
volunteer, is that library volunteer hours or?
Yes.
I track all of it.
Okay.
In my monthly report, it's, and when I do my state report as well, I do volunteer hours includes in-house library volunteers, library board, fundraising committee, and friends.
Yeah, I was actually curious, what, where am I volunteering? Sarah has access to all the data
Yep.
and she records it. Well, yeah, but I mean, when I'm putting in my my volunteer time. Is it all, it's all going to actually library instead of LOL or library?
That's where it lands, but it's nice to be able to
Cause I'm,
separate it and tell the difference, because when I do my tracking. First half of my report is all the library in-house hours. And then the second half of my report, when I'm collecting data, which I'll be sharing with you,
okay,
is friends and LOL, because it's different in the means of people who volunteer directly underneath us at the library fall under the city's policies and the city's workers' comp insurance. People, so and that would include the board, because this is a city appointed board.
right,
People who volunteer for the fundraising committee, that would fall under the scope of the Love Our Library Friends group. And it's nice to be able to say, this is how many hours our friends are putting in, and this is how many hours our in-house volunteers are putting in. So it is all different, but all the hours benefit the library with a bigger picture. And Rebecca has volunteered to help me with that monthly report. And we'll be finding some time to connect, because it's a task every month, collecting all the data, and making sure it's all correct, because sometimes somebody will slip up and put an AM instead of a PM. It's fine. But in the long run, as long as it all is captured, that's what's important.
yeah, cause I mean, like. Say, the fiber group is now a LOL sponsored event. According to Sarah,
That's a
so
library program,
it's a library program, so.
falls
If
under
I-
the scope of the library.
So it does, okay. So the 3 hours thing goes to library and not LOL.
Oh, so I
But I
should,
was trying to.
so I should not put her hours and Trina's hours for planning under ours?
You can, but they're planning a library program.
Right.
And so it falls under programming scope.
Gotcha.
So,
And, you know, having the friends separate also helps us with our grants for LOL specifically and matching hours and those kinds of things. And after I spoke with Sarah about the requirements she needs from us, we will be changing the format once I touch base with Pam, because it is a very long time log. And there are a lot of things to click and input, and we can streamline it and not require every field, so.
It's complicated. to
Yeah.
do that. But yeah, because the 3 hours, then that needs to go back to the
To Sarah,
library
yeah.
instead of LOL.
I didn't get that one recorded yet anyway, I just got our meeting,
Okay, all
so
right,
it won't affect
So we
LOL.
Connect and I can show you,
okay,
because unfortunately, the library's volunteer sheet does have to be very specific.
okay,
Again, because I have to put together a year-end report. When I'm doing all my yearly reports, that goes to a workers' comp audit that says where the person worked and what specifically they were doing. So my report, the thing where the people put the information in, it does have to be very long-winded.
Okay.
So
Alright.
for those reasons, though, there is a reason why,
well,
so,
I'll get more familiar with it.
yeah, I'll share it with you, yeah.
All right.
I can send that link out to everyone too. We can reply to those group thread, no, we can't.
You can
reply to the group-
reply it to me and then I can send it out, one
Okay.
copy.
Okay,
In fact, if somebody sends it to me, just so I have it in my brain and in my email, I can add it to the agenda. And then it's always on the agenda,
Oh,
because the PDFs have the clickable links
That's.
Mhm.
on them, like the Zoom link, so I'll just add it as a clickable link to the agenda too.
Okay. Great.
You
And
can
I
do
will
that?
never forget it again.
Why don't I just do it right now?
Nice.
Thank you, because I won't be till Thursday.
Well, that was easier than I sort of imagined, but Richie's gonna do it, Nicole's gonna do it. Sarah did that. It's basically done. Okay, future business. Is there anything to talk about tonight about computer use, internet use, Wi-Fi use policy, or the code of conduct policy?
No, but when I work on, right after we're done with the collection development policy, I'd like the board to consider going ahead and starting work on a computer use policy. I don't know if we'll get it done by the end of the year. But if we can, that would be wonderful, but I need to gather up some other libraries policies, because a lot of libraries are actually updating their policies, because they've always been computer use. But now that we have hotspots and devices that we're all checking out, where a lot of libraries are updating this very same policy right now too. So.
Okay. Then we can move on to public input. Is there any public here with input?
I have something real quick, sorry.
Yes.
Remember a couple, I don't know if it was last month or the one before, you were talking about that meeting law webinar thing that you listened to? Well, that is coming up again, and I was looking into it, the one about running meetings,
Oh, yeah,
and all that stuff. And it is available on January 3rd, it's a Friday from 1 to 3:30 PM, it's a Zoom, it's free. I know I'm scheduled to attend, there was a couple other ones before the end of the year, they were full, so this is the one that still has availability if anybody's interested. And I know Sarah said she and Rich, I think Richie, you took it with her?
Tyler.
Tyler did,
Tyler
yeah,
did.
I was asking her about it today, though, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty curious about how we can accidentally have a quorum and.
So, yeah, so I've actually already registered for that, so.
When is it?
It is on January the 3rd, it's on a Friday, and it's from 1 to 3:30. And it is via Zoom,
And it requires registration.
yes, it does.
You do have to register.
And you registered through, do you know the website also?
Website that I link, did I link it out in that email?
I don't know, I got it from something else, but it's OGEC, Public Meeting Law, I don't know if that's the website or not. I got it in another email from something else, and so I popped on it.
And also they'll be launching their self-paced curriculum at some point too, which they talked about a little bit in
Mhm.
the webinar that Tyler and I went to, which is what I'm waiting for before I do it a second time. And then we could, also potentially make it available once that curriculum's out. The thing is you have to actually log in, with your credentials to get the credit for doing the class if you want the certificate. But this board doesn't have to do it. Doesn't have to have the certificate to say they did it. So we could also always do a meeting that's a overview of the training as well, so that we all do it at the same time, since it's already designated time slot for library and stuff.
Even we would run the training.
I bet we
Or-
could, maybe even after I'd like to, like I said, retake it and
Yes.
I wanna see the self-paced. Cause it's so much information, and I have to do it for here, and I have to do it, because I'm a Shoppa school board member too, and we're required to do it through them, so I have to do it again, so.
It might be beneficial to set up something where, because I assume there's a bunch of city council people who have to do that.
We haven't talked about it yet, since our last meeting, I found it since then, so I'm gonna bring it up at our next meeting.
I've done it, but I would like to do it again, and I think everyone here has to take some sort of training on this. Within the first year.
Well, we don't, the library board, as an advisory board, doesn't, oversee the budget, and there was
Okay.
budget requirement that required. At what point they had to take the training, and I can't remember what that dollar amount was, because I'm going to assume based on the training we had. Our city council and the budget committee, will probably have to, take that course.
Yeah.
But I'll have to look again through my notes and see what that dollar amount was. It was in the millions, as much as I'd like for the library to have $1 million budget.
Yeah, let's set that as our goal, that we should be forced to take that.
That's funny. But so that you know, in the email I sent out on November 16th, with the policies, there was a link, in that email, that says the training can be found at, with a clickable link in there, for the State of Oregon Ethics Training webinar page.
And don't feel stressed about it though, because there are gonna be, they do the meetings like every 2 or 3 weeks or something, and they're gonna have a self-training thing that you can, a course you can take online. Okay. Calendar time.
And I do have things to add to calendar.
Mm.
That I missed, and I apologize. So the library will be closed Wednesday through Saturday next week for the Thanksgiving break.
That's next week.
Yeah, we'll be open Monday.
Next week.
Yeah.
I know, like what happened to October? You know?
Breathe, Rebecca.
Heck, what I could do.
Oh, man, sorry to stretch you out there.
Oh, no, I just got the family email today. Everybody's bringing this and this and this. and
So what I'll say is November 28th through the 30th, instead of saying Wednesday through Saturday. So we'll be open Monday and Tuesday. There's no school. I imagine we'll be busy. Plus Monday, we're getting our windows done.
I think there's no school all week.
Yeah, there's no school all week, yeah. And then, on December 14th, which is the second Saturday, we'll also be closed because we'll be conducting interviews that day. The following week on Thursday, Thursday, December 19th. Richie and I will be participating in a Willamina Elementary School virtual field trip with the library. And then that Saturday, December 21st, will actually be closed for the Youth Murder Mystery Program. And then we will close for our winter break, December 24th through January 1. So what that looks like is we'll be open on Monday and then close the rest of the week through the following Wednesday. And then we'll be open again for Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the end of this kids' winter break. And so we will be open during winter break for the kiddos. We just will have our week off that we normally take too. No library board meeting in December for recess by charter. And then the next library board meeting will be January 21st. And I think I got it all.
Excellent. All right. That does it. We did it, everybody.
Yay.
We'll see you next year.
At first I was like, what? And then I was like,
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Robin.
Christmas parade.